Hi everyone, it's Anne. Thank you for joining me as we continue on this wild transformational journey. It's happening right now. So much energies. Come on. You just can't keep on top of it. It is an ongoing journey of unknowns every single day. We have to just be very flexible in traversing these major, powerful, energetic times. Of course, first off is the sun is popping off all over the place. M-class, X, solar flares, CMEs, back to back to back. I mean, it's just incredible right now what is happening. Big, huge energies we're trying to get used to. It's impacting the usual. Like a lot of us have been doing this for quite a long time. Gotta say, some days are a little frustrating, but it impacts us in many different ways, as you guys all know. So I'm not going to get into that, but definitely aches and pains and sleep patterns and anxiety is definitely felt sometimes through the body. For some people, not everybody. We are all have different sensitivities to this type of thing. So yeah, a lot of sleep disturbances can be expected, but still we have this ability to, regardless of how much sleep we had, tap into this unlimited potential energy. Source energy is fantastic. And this has been the focus for me, is really trusting in the guidance and the truly listening to the inner world that is happening, clearing where need to be, rolling through different emotional states without beating myself up, without having to really worry about it too much. It's like, don't worry about it. Just allow this to move, allow yourself to move through this. I think a lot of us think we're not allowed to be low, I'm, awakened, or I'm conscious, or whatever you want to call it. So that means I should constantly be at this high point, but it doesn't work like that. We are constantly moving through, but it is an awareness of that fact that makes it easier to move through, even though sometimes we don't really understand what it means. We have those days where it's like, I know absolutely nothing, and I can't really even think right now, to days where we get these massive insights and downloads, so much, so challenging just to process the amount of it. So it's so interesting, really, from day to day, what we are experiencing. So yeah, big energies, guys. If you're, I know that you're all feeling this. You're not alone in this. Can be a bit of a lonely journey. There's no question about it. I'm the first to admit that. So, it's important to keep, from my perspective, that social aspect up wherever possible, even if it's less than, at least it's something to keep us connected, and not in complete isolation all the time. I don't really feel that is a good thing, because a lot of people actually need to learn how to navigate through different types of energetic people as part of their learning and lessons. So moving past that fear is quite often one of the lessons that people like that are here to learn, whereas somebody who is very extroverted may be here to learn more about slowing down and getting comfortable with one's own energy, oneself, and more of an individual perspective. So again, we all have personal energies. We are all different aspects of these energies. As you know, I do intuitive astrology readings. I'm very passionate about that. I don't talk about it, but I've had some tremendous positive feedback. So if you are interested, you can look me up at AnneTaylorKing.com. But it is just a fascinating time to be here. We don't know what exactly is going to happen next. Now, I've been around for a while. I'm on my second Saturn return, almost, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I have seen so many different predictions come and go. Individuals thinking they know that the world is ending, or that this big event. I've heard so many different perspectives and timelines of events, and no one really knows for sure. We're not supposed to know, in my personal opinion. And the reason for that is, it's like the John Mayer song, Waiting for the World to Change. If we're sitting waiting for some event in order for us to move forward, then we're not really learning the lessons here of this planet, which is understanding being in the now, in our ability to delve into the quantum field and create that which we need to really tap into that energetic understanding of our limitless potentiality through coming back to 0 point. So my perspective on that, if we're waiting for some event to occur, we're not really working on our internal habits and our internal happiness, because we really are expecting something big. And hey, I'm not saying that's not going to occur. There's a lot of indications, a lot of planetary alignments, a lot of sun activity, all indicating that, yes, we've been talking about these energies. I've been doing energy updates for a number of years now, that it's, obvious. It's obvious to many of us that something big, but I'm not going to predict what that is, because it's up to each of us as individuals to create from this minuscule, from our own internal work that vibrates out into the bigger picture, as above, so below, as within, so without. So it's important that we remember to stay in touch with this now moment. So, I mean, come on, we are learning so much about us as individuals, about other people's effect on us when we didn't understand our energy. And that has made a major change in my life, from being in narcissistic type relationships, being hurt emotionally, not understanding heart coherence, and the major impact that something like that has on our trauma response indicators. And all of this type of stuff, which I've, been through and researched and have spent a lot of time understanding, in order for me to really focus on true healing, emotional healing, physical healing, and then understanding our true potentiality from the quantum perspective. It's all, I'm a bit geeky. I get that. It's all fascinating. And layer on top of that, the metaphysical viewpoints, psychological viewpoints, scientific viewpoints, and it is just a melding of so much going on. So this is the multi-dimensional viewpoint, as we have broken free from the matrix, at least understanding what it is and what patterns we have been ingrained to follow. So this takes time. This is a process of clearing. You get information that makes sense for you at the time, that fills in bits and pieces when you ask for it. We don't always get all the information until we are ready for it. And that's really, really important to remember. Doesn't matter how old you are. We are not an age. We are an energy. But you may find something out way down the road and go, wow, that's mind-blowing. After all these years, I never really allowed myself to see that. but it's always perfect timing, always perfect timing. Gratitude is so important to remember. Heart-centered approach, looking at these past events in our lives and what they brought us from a positive perspective, what we learned from a positive perspective, in order for us to understand enough to let it go and not hold us back from our ability to continue to move these energies and this consciousness forward into a better place. I am with every single one of you guys in the realms, definitely. More and more, it's hard to be a social media person because there's so much censorship to many individuals. So it's important that we stay connected. A lot of you come up in my minds. Many of the people that I have had meetings with, incredibly powerful and fascinating individuals, each and every one of you. So I just encourage you to continue to be yourself, to allow these ups and downs, to not give up. This really is a job, as a lot of people would not understand, here at this very critical point in time in human history. So thank you very much, guys. And we'll definitely talk soon. Bye.